Welcome into the South Hockey Network, everybody, live on YouTube, live from the Glenbrook Community Ice Center. Once again, it is time for Varsity Glenbrook South Hockey after 9 days off between their last game against St. Ignatius, which was also right here at the GIC. Titans looking to get back in the win column in their first game of the AHAI 2024 state playoffs. My name's Dylan Ward. My father, John Ward, will be joining me in the broadcast booth shortly. But for now, we'll talk about the sponsors. This is the Wintrust South Hockey Network, just as it's been all season long. We thank Glenview Bank and Trust specifically for being our presenting sponsor throughout this 2023-24 season. Pre-game warm-up sponsored by PW Jet, and the uniform descriptions are sponsored by True Temper Sports. The Titans wearing their home blacks with the blue stripe with gold trim going front and center down the sleeves and socks as well. The pants with the black stripe with gold accents. White names and numbers, Michigan-style hockey helmet as always. As for the St. Viator Lions, they are wearing their away uniforms, the whites with the blue names and numbers, no trim. Only red in the jersey is the Lion logo front and center. Other than that, it's mostly just a white jersey with blue accents. 30 seconds to go in the warm-up clock, and we will be underway. This is the AHAI State Tournament, and unlike the SHL playoffs, this is one and done. So the Titans must win out to make it all the way to the United Center. They'll have to go 5-0 from here on out against some of the better teams in the state, but not here in the earlier rounds. They'll play St. Viator. This is not the St. Viator that you are probably familiar with, that GBS has been playing all season long. This is St. Viator's Varsity 2 team, as now John Ward joins me in the broadcast booth. Welcome in.
Thank you, Dylan. We just had a technical difficulty, and
okay. Yeah, I was wondering. I was calling you. You weren't here 5 minutes before game. That's not what you need. These are your sheets. By the way, just before we get underway here in this game, I want to give a special shout out to our newest sponsor, Kayla's Corner Antique Store. Of course, Kayla, the bartender here at the Glenview Ice Center at the North Branch Restaurant. Big friends of Gerard and I. She's opening the antique store, hopefully next month, she says. 7523 North Milwaukee Avenue in Niles, Illinois. Make sure you give a call to 224-600-6619. If you missed that number, feel free to rewind and jot it down. Kayla's Corner Antique Store. Definitely want to show her some support. She's been helping us with the pitchers of beer, and for Gerard and all the Varsity 2 people, and I always grab a free cup of water over there, so a big shout out to Kayla. John, this is single elimination, unlike the SHL playoffs, so this is one and done. If the Titans don't come away with the victory here tonight, the season will be over, and maybe it's not a lot of pressure against this Varsity 2 AHL St. Viator team, but when you know that your season's on the line, it's got to be in your head a little bit.
Yeah, Dylan, I'm a little bit nervous. I can't imagine what the players are feeling like as they step out what possibly could be their last game. So hopefully that's not the case, and they're able to gel tonight and put a couple early goals up and then ride that out to a victory.
So just like the Titans got eliminated in the opening round of the SHL playoffs, St. Viator got eliminated in the Academic Hockey League quarterfinals. So for them, this is also win or die situation, and they've got a tall task ahead of them, playing a Varsity 1 Glenbrook South team, number 3 in the state, and here in the red division, St. Viator, the number 30 seed in the state. In their AHL quarterfinal series, they lost in a sweep to Loyola Maroon. They lost 1-0 and 4-1.
Yeah, and just upon my first visual, as I see St. Viator for the first time, there's a definite size difference here, with Glenbrook South being the bigger of the two.
GBS will take the puck as we get underway. Wyatt Sherwood with a shot, turned out of there. Blake Hoffer looking to snap that one home. It goes wide down to the corner. First period brought to you by The Great Escape here on the South Hockey Network. Already 2 shots on goal credited to the Glenbrook South Titans. Talked about it in the open, John. This is the Titans' first game in 9 days after a stretch of 8 games in 12 days. So
yeah, that was amazing, as I was a part of that, and couldn't believe the boys were spending that much time on the ice. That was
especially those 9 o'clock starts.
Yep.
Middle of the week. Blake Hoffer looked to get around Pukala, but that one's taken out. Ventura picks it up, neutral ice. And the St. Viator Lions will work back with it. St. Viator 2-2 against Glenbrook South's blue team, their conference opponent in the Academic Hockey League. But their first time playing here against the Varsity 1 team, but because they have played that GBS blue team, they have played a few games at Glenview Ice Center this season. Nick Ventura gets it ahead. Will Stevens with a shot, and that's into the glove and held on to by Calder Turpin, their clear #1 goaltender for St. Viator Varsity 2.
Now Calder Turpin already gets the name of the game for us, but nice stop. I mean, goalies are going to want to make those first couple stops to get the juices flowing, just like the offensive and defensive players who get to skate out.
Ellis will take the face-off for St. Viator. Behind the goal line, he'll play it out to Koenig. Koenig off the boards and out. Chasing after this one, Ryan Mulvey. Vanderplug will get to it first. Eli Kamens is your starting goaltender here for tonight's game. Will Stevens over the line. Got it to Kulikowski, but that one stuffed and cleared all the way down by the Lions. That will be an icing against St. Viator, and GBS will have an attacking zone faceoff.
Yeah, already, Dylan, I've seen Glenbrook South just have more of the offensive thrust of this game. Most of the play has been in center ice down to the offensive zones for GBS. So seems to be a trend right off the bat.
AHL teams are, here's a shot and deflected on net, stopped by Turpin, and the St. Viator Lions will work out. AHL teams have combined 0-4 in the state tournament against their higher up competition, including 0-5 if you count a Lake Forest Blue forfeit. And it's been some lopsided games over in that end. The only AHL team that kept it within 3 goals, or within 2 goals or less, was the notes here. St. Ignatius Maroon lost 2-1 to Evanston. We just saw GBS Blue lose to SHL York last night. Tough situation for these Varsity 2 teams to be in the varsity state bracket, but only a handful of Varsity 2 teams in the entire state. Marty McCauley fires a wrist shot. That one stopped. You can see Titans seem to have a lot of energy here early in this one. Skating hard, 6 shots on goal to nothing after a little bit of a break from games.
Yeah, that might be directly related to St. Viator having to ice the puck already about 3 times this game, just out of, maybe some nervousness, them feeling some pressure. Let me get this thing out of here. So, but it does give GBS those offensive end face-offs that if they can just pull those back to their D, they should be pretty effective.
Zach Freemuth back on the ice here in his final run, along with all the other seniors at a potential state championship. But for Zach Freemuth, he's been on this varsity team for 4 years, has had 4 opportunities if you count the, I don't want to call it fake, but fake state championship tournament where the final was in Wisconsin back in 2021. A little under the radar hockey during COVID, but Freemuth with a 53 goal, 51 assist season so far in all games played, playoffs, regular season tournaments, what have you. So,
well, just a mindset. That was the 4th icing there for St. Viator, and they just might have a mindset that they can't get out of right as this game starts. Here's number 5.
Yeah, and it's not as grueling to take an icing here in high school hockey because you are allowed to change your players. Unlike the NHL, where if you ice the puck, your same 5 skaters have to remain out on the ice. So a lot of times high school coaches will use it to their advantage and say, hey, we'll take a D-zone face-off and just get some fresh legs out there.
Well, if that's what they're doing it effectively because they've just been able to change 5 times in a row.
GBS with the top offense in the SHL, average 4.63 goals per game throughout the 30 regular season games in the Scholastic Hockey League. One man for St. Viator took a spill. Marty McCauley picks up the puck. In his own zone, McCauley gets it out. Here comes Frank Surma. Over the line, left wing side. Runs into a man for St. Viator. That was Ethan Lee. Davidson picks up a loose puck. Pierce Davidson takes a shot. Turned away by Turpin. Now Surma look to get it up high. Intercepted by Scarcella. He'll play it off the boards and all the way down. And how about another icing for the St. Viator Lions? Still looking for their first shot on goal.
Yeah, Dylan, it's an interesting thing that you said that goes on in the high school level where they are able to make those line changes. I'm assuming these teams have not seen each other.
No.
And so they don't know exactly how to match up. So that could be a tactic, a strategy by the St. Viator coach to just try to figure out, who's going to be best on what line.
Face off one for GBS, a shot. Turpin thought he had it. It was sitting in the blue paint, but no black sweater got to it fast enough before he ultimately stopped play. We'll drop the puck again, switch over to the right circle. 13-17 to go in the first period. Dylan Ward, pleasure to be back on air with my father, John Ward. And Dad, this is our first game together since February 3rd.
Yeah, we did about 4 games in about 6 nights back during that stretch. So,
including that game 1 against St. Ignatius at American Heartland Ice Arena of the SHL playoffs. Here's a turnaround shot. Koenig taken by Schlepp. He shoots, and that one goes wide of Kamen's net. First high danger opportunity for St. Viator, looking to score first. They couldn't get it to the back of the net. Ryan Mulvey picks it up. He'll take a shot deflected. Sherwood looking to bat that one home. He could not. Vanderploeg got it deep. Sherwood punches it low. Picked up by Jake Pukala and lifted out. And all the way down, no icing as it slows down and maybe took a deflection. We'll play on. Zach Freemuth waiting at the blue line. He'll come over with speed. Freemuth puts on the brakes. Sends it up high. Aiden Weller's got it over the line. Sends it down to Nick Ventura, left circle. Ventura cuts up high, takes a shot. That one just getting enough of his glove on it was the goaltender, Calder Turpin. Now Kulikowski to the net. And a glove save made by Jake Pukala. And all the way down it goes. No icing. 10-0 the shots on goal in favor of GBS. Shot to the net. That one stopped by Kamens as he makes save number 1 of the evening, and the Titans will take a D-zone face-off. Still 0-0 early on.
Yeah, Kamens is certainly not sweating after that shot. It just kind of came in, about half the speed that maybe he would have to make to make a difficult save. So, but he put his glove on the puck and he got it down to the ground and he throws it and ready for a defensive end face-off.
No matter what the seeds are, what the divisions are, there's a reason you play the games here, and GBS can't take their foot off the gas whatsoever here tonight. Because all it will take is one shot, and if the goaltender has made 10 saves on 10 shots already, he might be in for a really solid night for the St. Viator Lions. If you remember last season, GBS played New Trier Gray, which is the Trevian's 4th varsity team in the opening round of state. And GBS only led 1-0 going into the 3rd period, ultimately winning that game 4-0. But you can't take anything lightly. Ventura got it to McCauley. He shoots, that one blocked by Isaiah Barbie, the freshman. He'll poke it out and dump it down.
What a nice stop on McCauley, just about 5 feet inside the blue line there.
This one just missed Sherwood, but it'll go on net. Won't be an icing. And the clock stops again. 10:47 to go in the first period. Round of 32 of the state playoffs. Titans have an absolute maximum of 5 games remaining here in this 2023-24 season, and that's if they get all the way to the United Center. Next loss for this team will be it, as they look to go 5-0 down the stretch. Face off. Taken by the Lions. Pukala looks to clear it out. Vanderploeg keeps it in, slides it over. Ryan Mulvey to the net. Kicked out of there by the pads of Turpin. Benji Pajurski gets it back. This one tipped out by St. Viator. Ryan Mulvey will pick it up in his own zone. Play it to Pajurski, neutral ice. Dylan Monaghan hacking, and the puck taken back by St. Viator. They will dump it in. It'll go all the way down. Picked up by Vanderploeg. Asher Vanderploeg dangling around one. He'll skate through neutral ice. Cesario now down the left wing, cleared out of there by the Lions. And the Titans will retreat back in neutral ice. Pajurski got it. Marty McCauley through the legs of one, takes a shot. That one off the post. Boy, would that have been a highlight reel goal for number 2-4 in black.
Yeah, that was kind of fun seeing him dipsy doodle around that St. Viator player. He made it look easy and then just rang it off the post there. So almost had our first goal.
Real nice crowd here at the Glenview Ice Center for the state playoffs. I'm sure everyone itching to get back to the rink after, like we said, 8 games in 12 days. I'm sure everyone was missing this GBS team just a little bit. I know I was. I was calling a bunch of Varsity Blue games as they continue to make their way through the Academic Hockey League playoffs. Big game 3 for them tomorrow. Make sure you tune in for that one. Pass by Hoffer to Freemuth. That one he couldn't hang on to cleanly. Tutsius left point. Back to Zach. Freemuth high slot shoots. That one turned away, maybe blocked. I don't think it ever reached the pad. Now here's Tutsius going down low. Alex Tutsius got it to Freemuth. Freemuth over to McCauley. Marty McCauley back to Freemuth. He shoots, and that one just missed the net. Bounces off the end glass. Freemuth picks up the rebound. Titans in full control here for the first 8 minutes of this one. Marty McCauley chipped one to the net. That wouldn't go. Hoffer got it back to Marty. He shoots, and that one just missed the net. Titans preparing the goal, but nothing finding the twine yet as this one's cleared out of the zone. Titans lead shots 14-1, less than halfway through period 1. Here's Blake Hoffer. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Dylan. I was just going to say 14-1 with 9 minutes left to go in the first period.
Less than halfway through the period. Here's Waltuck. Adam Sokol picks it up. Plays it up high. Aiden Weller, left point. Off the boards, down to Sokol. Adam Sokol kept in the zone by Weller on sides. Aiden Weller looking to dangle, but that one taken away by Koenig. And the Lions can't quite get it out of the zone. Adam Sokol got it back to the slot, right to Schleep, and it's deflected out by St. Viator. Now Shawara, I think that's how you say that name, that P-R-Z-Y, I should say.
Yeah, if
got
it's
a friend named Shabilla.
Yeah. And he's their top point getter at 14 points. And if you look at these two teams on paper, you might want to say why even match them up. But these guys have, I see a lot of heart on both of these teams already. High school hockey is fantastic, and you got to come out and lace them up and play and see who's going to win.
Well, John, I've got news for you. This game is 0-0. That's why they play the game. Here comes Nick Ventura breaking ahead. Down the left wing, Ventura, backhand try, stopped by Turpin, looked for his own rebound. Couldn't get that one on target, hit the side of the net. Kulikowski up high, Ryan Mulvey. Looked to get it deep again, picked up by the Lions one more time. Koenig off the boards, looked for Scarcella. Put that one by his stick. Vanderploeg dangles, got it ahead. Will Stevens through neutral ice. Stevens, now Nick Ventura. He takes a shot into the glove cleanly of Calder Turpin, who has been perfect so far, stopping all 16 Glenbrook South shots.
Yeah, he's had a whole game's worth of shots here already in the first half of this first period. And I don't know, Kamens is probably looking down saying, I'd like to get a little bit more action down this way. But it's difficult to do that because St. Viator keeps icing the puck because they feel the pressure of all of this offensive play by GBS.
Now, what do you call those games, Dad? A leaner for Kamens? Just leaning on that net, not a lot of action like you said. The only save he's had to make was a pretty easy one that probably 99 out of 100 varsity goalies are going to stop. Pukala, near side. This one chipped out. St. Viator will be content with yet another icing. And that stops the clock. 6:58 to go in the first. Still 0-0 between GBS and St. Viator 2.
Well, I don't know if what Jim Philbin is going to be saying to his players right now, but maybe one thing is, okay, boys, just relax, right? You're going to get your goal here. You're not even seeing, the longer St. Viator keeps icing the puck, the more they're not practicing getting over that blue line and making some offensive plays. So really, the GBS shouldn't be worried about anything yet, except they want to get that first goal in.
Cameron Bear with the face-off. Only played 11 games this season. How do you think he feels going up against number 81 in black? The SHL leading scorer in the regular season. Matter of fact, leading scorer of all time in the SHL regular season. Zach Freemuth finished with those 63 points, surpassing the record, which was 57. Tootsius to the net. That one sails wide. Hoffer looked to backhand it to the slot. Wyatt Sherwood will pick it up. Sherwood takes a shot. This one tipped behind the net. Now Zach Freemuth. Near side, right circle. Got it over Tootsius with a blast. Save made, rebound off the post. And the Titans so close to the first goal of the game. Freemuth, McCauley, he shoots that one off the pads of Turpin. Now Zach Freemuth, up high, Tootsius. Got it back to Zach. Left circle up to Marty McCauley. He shoots. Pad save. Rebound Freemuth on the one-timer. Couldn't handle it. 20 shots on goal for the Titans. Marty McCauley. High slot again. He shoots. Wide of the net. Rebound. They score! Blake Hoffer found it off the end boards. Had a wide open net. And finally, the Titans beat Calder Turpin. It's 1-0.
Yeah, McCauley, maybe around his fifth or sixth shot, kept on missing the net. With these ultra fast wristers, and then Hoffer was right there saying, okay, I'll just pick it up off the backboard and put it past Turpin. So there you go. You have your 1-0. I have a feeling, looking at the 21 shots, is their first goal, that might open the floodgates here. But let's see. Can't predict the future, or else I'm bad at it.
Blake Hoffer stays hot. He finished third in the team's point total in their 3 games of the SHL quarterfinals with a goal and 2 assists for 3 points. Gets his second goal of the postseason, if you want to categorize him that way. Zach Waltuck, that puck takes a funny hop off of Stanchion. Kulikowski down to Stevens. Look to get it back to AJ Kulikowski, but sent out of the zone by St. Viator. Now Ryan Mulvey. He will chip this one in. Bounces off the corner boards to the far side. Make that. Stevens now to Kulikowski. Right to the net. Tough angle. And the save made by Turpin. Now Ventura gets it up to Ryan Mulvey across. Asher Vanderplug to the slot. Stevens backhander. Tipped on net by Ventura. Then he gets checked. And a big save was made by Turpin. But the whistle sounds.
I liked how Ventura, just because I'm a hockey fan, I like how Ventura got moved out of that middle slot and away from Turpin, the goalie by the St. Viator player. I don't know who put that hit on him, but Ventura went flying horizontal through the zone. That's a good, you got to protect the front of your net. And those kind of garbage goals, that's how they happen. They're just sticks swinging and got to clear out that front zone.
Pajurski wins the face-off. Ryan Mulvey, right side, sends it over Vanderplug. Down below the goal line, Cesario. Behind the net, Benji Pajurski. Cuts to the near side, up to Ryan Mulvey, but he can't keep the puck in the zone, so he'll play it back. Get it to Vanderplug, who goes through the legs, but lost the puck. Mulvey out to Monaghan, who tips it into the zone. Dylan Monaghan pressuring. Puck just stays in. As this one's given up, Cesario nearly had a steal, but it'll be sent back out to neutral ice as Asher Vanderplug plays it to the near side. Ryan Mulvey got it to Pajurski, kicked it to his stick. Monaghan sends it low. It'll be taken by Tyler Hardy of the Lions. Isaiah Barbie Out to Scarcella, but not before it was intercepted by Asher Vanderplug with the stick. 4 minutes to go in the first period. Titans lead 1-0 on the goal by Blake Hoffer, assisted by McCauley, and probably a secondary assist. I'm going to have to check the tape. Behind the net now, Koenig pinning it up against the boards. Still pinned up against the boards near the Lion bench. Marty McCauley picks up the puck. He'll come over the line. Marty McCauley left circle, centered it, looking for Freemuth. Couldn't get that one on target. Now St. Viator rushes the other direction. Here comes Chihuahua, and it's cleared in by GBS off the steal. Blake Hoffer to the net, blocked by Pukala with the stick. Chihuahua cleared out. No icing, so Tutsius will step on the gas. Get to the puck, pressure from Koenig. He gets hit into the boards hard. Collided on a tough angle, slow to get up. Ref will keep the play alive. Freemuth to McCauley, he shoots, and a big save made by the goaltender. Now Tutsius will get to the bench. McCauley across Aiden Weller to the net. That one blocked by Pukala. Now here's a tough angle shot by Surma. That one wouldn't go. Marty McCauley gets around Dickman. He takes a shot. That one deflects wide. Marty McCauley over the line. McCauley down the right wing. Cuts to the net. Save made. Rebound. They score! Frank Surma, a muted celebration for the Titans, but they've doubled their lead. 2-0.
Dylan, I think that was muted because McCauley came across like he's done earlier in this game, and he stick handled really sweetly around the defensive players of St. Viator. And that one, I think, was a stick handle, got through the legs of the St. Viator defender, and actually kept on going past the goal. He just surprised Turpin, and I was just going to say, Turpin, if this game ended right now, would be the #1 star. He's had 25 shots against and only allowed 2 goals, and one of them, that one looked like a real fluke.
This one given up. Here's a turnaround shot by DePinto, and what a play by Matthew Vergamini to prevent that one from hitting the net. Clearly St. Viator's best shot attempt of the game, but wasn't on net. Now Adam Sokol through neutral ice. Look to get around DePinto just on sides of the Titans. Doesn't matter as the puck's cleared out to neutral. Pierce Davidson will chip this one in. Turpin will settle it down for Waltuck. Adam Sokol pressuring. He'll get away with the puck. Sokol in the corner, now behind the net. AJ Kulikowski cuts to the near side. Stops. Looks for a pass, gets hit into the boards. Lions can't get it out. Weller sends it down, tipped on net by Sokol. Wouldn't go. 1:15 to go in the period. Here's Nick Ventura. Across for Aiden Weller. He tries a shot. That one got blocked. Weller gets it back, finds Ryan Mulvey. Now Adam Sokol turns around after some pressure. Sokol, his pass intercepted, and out to neutralize. Dickman will punch this one into the zone. Eli Kamens will put a soft glove to it. It'll count as his 3rd save of the game, and the Titans will have a D-zone face-off.
Dylan, the game of hockey has a lot of things that go on, and these kids want to make plays. And that block shot by the GBS player was just so sweet, and of course that's a big part of the game. So they want to make those kinds of plays. They want to score goals, have great passes, make assists, but there's a lot of different kinds of plays that make this game so great, and they just want to execute those plays.
Marty McCauley shoots. That one turned away by the blocker of Turpin. Titans nearing 30 shots at the end of the first period. There's number 28. 26 saves for Calder Turpin. He had a 7-9-2 record in the AHL and a 2.54 goals against average, 911 save percentage. Had 2 shutouts in that academic hockey league for St. Viator.
Well, Marty McCauley, I don't know, I haven't kept track of how many shots he's taken tonight.
Yeah, right, shot attempts.
But I have a feeling that it's, in the 7 to 10 range. And so he wants to score a goal. I can feel it.
Blake Hoffer wants to score again, and he makes Calder Turpin makes a really nice save on GBS. And keeps it from being a 3-0 game. Blake Hoffer high slot will try again, and his shot gobbled up by Turpin. He'll hang on for a whistle. Titans on pace for 90 shots. Only lead 2-0 though.
Yeah, Dylan, I don't know how you defend that. It's 30 shots. Like I say, that's as many shots as you would see on a good night for a good team, for an entire game. So St. Viator will want to close this out and get to that second period and regroup.
Freemuth's shot blocked by the stick. It goes up high. 4 seconds for the Titans to work with. Here's Blake Hoffer below the goal line, taken by the Lions, and the buzzer will sound. And that ends play in the first period. A dominant period by GBS, outshooting them 30-3, but only 2 of those 30 shots found the back of the net, and they lead 2-0. And 17 minutes on the clock for the second. By the way, speaking of St. Viator, their Varsity 1 team also in action tonight. In the state playoffs, they took on the St. Rita Mustangs. That game just went final. So St. Viator Varsity 1 with a 5-1 victory, and they will advance to the AHAI State Tournament Sweet 16 with that win. And now their Varsity 2 team is looking to join them. And that makes me wonder, John, is last night I did the GBS Blue game over at Addison Ice Arena against York's #1 team. And the entire GBS varsity team showed up to cheer them on. So I'm wondering if now that that game is over for them, we're going to see them start to file in and cheer on their Varsity 2 team.
Where are they coming from?
Mount Prospect.
Mount Prospect? Yeah, I don't know. They might catch wind that their fellow team only has 10% of the shots that the GBS team has. This sounds like a good percent problem that I could do with my students on Monday morning, right? 3 shots to St. Viator to 30 for GBS. But one thing I wanted to mention, Dylan, is I have not seen one offensive pass inside the GBS defensive zone by St. Viator. I haven't seen one pass. So, I don't know what, the St. Viator coach can be telling his team, besides, like right now they're just playing not to lose, and they're getting rid of the puck, out of a lot of desperation. So if this stays the same way it is, GBS is just, going to have just as easy of time as it looks like they're having out there. Although they don't, you'd think, that it would be, 7-0 if it wasn't for Turpin, who's, been the star of the game so far, just because he's had to be.
So we'll switch sides. Titans will now shoot in front of their huge student section. Really nice turnout here for what could be the last game of the season. What will absolutely be the second to last home game of the season. As if the Titans win tonight, they will host Carmel Catholic at the Glenview Ice Center. And if they win that game, the rest of the playoffs are on neutral ice. So over in Bensonville, and then ultimately the United Center for the final. So we're underway in the second period. The second period on the South Hockey Network is brought to you by Gel Cert. And GBS with 2 goals on 30 shots. The Titans had the best shooting percentage in the SHL regular season, converting on 13.5% of their shots. But in that quarterfinal series against St. Ignatius, they only had a 9.2 shooting percentage. They outshot the Wolfpack in all 3 games of that series, but ultimately lost in those 3 games.
Well, they're not keeping up with that rate tonight. Otherwise, they would have had like 5 to 6 goals already. But let's see how this second period, what transpires, as GBS already is firmly in that offensive zone.
Just as you say that, John,
right.
Puck gets cleared all the way down. That's usually how it works. Eli Kamens, now in that far net, has made all 3 saves he's been required to. Marty McCauley over the line, collides with Scarcella. Now Blake Hoffer slap shot, that one blocked by Koenig. Pukala will backhand it out. Koenig chases after it. Nicholas Koenig gets to the puck, chipped on net. Eli Kamens makes the stop. And the puck is frozen after a delayed whistle. Marty McCauley getting into it with a couple of Lions.
Yeah, just the fourth shot for St. Viator, but it was a little tricky for Kamens because it was flipping on end and the St. Viator player just backhanded it. You know, he was within 5 feet of Kamens, but he backhanded it from a tough angle, and Kamens wasn't sure that he actually had it. It took him about a second to find it amongst his equipment.
St. Viator, including tonight, has not scored in 3 games. They're looking to break that streak. Or, pardon me, have only scored 1 goal in 3 games. As just a reminder, they got swept in that AHL quarterfinal against Loyola Maroon. Now Nick Ventura through the neutral zone. That pass deflects off a skate, and this will be backhanded back down by Bear. Ryan Mulvey below the goal line. Picked up by Bear. Now Dickman behind the net, centered it, and taken away by the Titans. Vanderploeg gets it out to Kulikowski. AJ Kulikowski chips it in. Titans without a shot on goal in this period yet. Only 2 minutes in. Nick Ventura sends it up high. Grabbed by McCauley. His shot takes a deflection, and he'll get it back down to the corner. Here's Will Stevens, who scored last game for GBS. Looked to center it for Nick Ventura or Vanderploeg, but neither of them could cleanly possess it. Now this one nearly tipped on net by St. Viator, and they'll send this puck all the way out and out of the rink as well.
That would have been a good offensive play by GBS if it was a GBS player, but it was a St. Viator player. So the puck came out of the corner, and the St. Viator player just tipped it, and it put it right on net and high, maybe about 3 feet off the air. So for a second there, it looked like it was going in. Not the kind of goal St. Viator would have wanted to score.
Monaghan right off the face-off. Good backhand release. But the save made by Calder Turpin. Up to 30 saves already for the St. Viator netminder. There's McCauley, far side corner. Hardy will get it back deep. Picked up by McCauley. He'll play it off the end boards. Tutsius picks it up below the goal line. And tipped all the way down. Pukala, Pajerski chasing after him. Pukala, the puck, sends it to the near side. McCauley, intercepted by Schleep. Now Shiwara. As this pass just missed Pajerski by Cesario, but he'll get to it. Sent it back to Jonathan Cesario, but never got to his stick blade as it was intercepted by another stick of St. Viator. Blake Hoffer, Frank Surma, the 2 goal scorers tonight. Jonathan Cesario. Now Pajerski sends it up. Tutsius, left point, over to McCauley. Near side, Pajerski. Titans looking for a good shot. Pajerski, McCauley, his wrister, blocked by Barbie. Now Benji Pajerski. Got it to Marty McCauley, slides it over. Cesario takes a shot, and the save made by Turpin. As that one just not quite in Cesario's wheelhouse to have a one-timer. If he was able to connect on that, it would have been a virtually wide open net. By the way, they did credit that second goal to McCauley. Are we saying that McCauley probably was the last one to touch it?
I think.
I thought it was tapped home by Surma, but I remember you said that right after the goal. So.
I think he just tried to pass it to himself, and it just kept on sliding along the ice underneath the goalie because he was trying. And by the way, I was just saying you're going to get your first GBS penalty tonight, so St. Viator is going to have, the extra man, but, watch out. That just leaves more room for GBS to skate out there, so I would look for possibly a shorthanded goal here.
All Titan penalty kill situation sponsored by Hannah Vanderploeg Trial Attorneys. Really tough look for the special teams for GBS in the SHL quarterfinals. Not converting a successful power play or penalty kill. They went 0 for 2 on the penalty kill, stayed out of the box for the most part. Only 1 coincidental penalty, and then 2 that resulted in a power play for St. Ignatius. But on both of those Iggy power plays, they converted. Here's Sherwood. He shoots and scores! And there you go, John. Shorthanded goal for the Titans. And it's 3-0.
You know, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, you just opened up the ice for GBS the way that they're playing as their 34th shot goes in as their third goal. You just opened up the ice to more room for GBS, who for most of the night has been skating like they've been on the power play. So, you know, them losing a man didn't seem to put them in any kind of a worry situation. And even every offensive player should be thinking, all right, you know, maybe not clear the puck every time. Maybe make it an offensive chance here for my team, even though we're a man down.
So Wyatt Sherwood, who led the team with 2 shorthanded goals in the regular season, gets the shorty there. Here's Hardy. Left side, Pukala, back to the right, Hardy, he shoots. Big save made by Kamens, and the puck comes free. Rebound not cleared out, Scarcella will take a shot. Save made by Kamens, as he's tested twice, comes up with both stops. Now here come the Titans. Vanderplug with Freemuth, 2-on-1. Vanderplug looking for the right pass, took the shot, tough angle, and the stop was made, net comes off. Another shorthanded look for the Titans.
Freemuth was hopefully the recipient of that pass from Vanderplug, but Vanderplug got too deep into the corner, had to move around a sprawling St. Viator defenseman, and by that time, I think the goalie, Turpin, was able to cut that pass off, and then a little bit of shoving with Freemuth and the goalie and some of their defensemen, so.
Back underway. Still 35 to go on the Titan penalty kill. It's already scored a shorthanded goal on this St. Viator power play. Here's DePinto. Got it to Barbie. Barbie finds Koenig over the line just on sides. His first shot stuffed by Ventura. Then the backhand goes wide of the net. Here's Conrad with a shot, tough angle. Save made by Kamens as Stevens gets it out of the zone. He'll come back in. Over the line, Will Stevens with a shot. Save made by the pad. He didn't get a lot on that shot, but an awkward looking save made by the Lions goaltender Turpin. Here comes Shawara. He takes a shot, turned away by Kamens, deflected into the far corner. Now Adam Sokol out to Davidson. Pierce Davidson catching up to the puck. Now McCauley's got it. He'll shoot it. That one high of the net. Frank Surma, who I thought scored a goal earlier tonight, but we now believe it's Marty McCauley. Adam Sokol up to Vergamini. Got it back to Sokol. Right side Sokol. Matthew Vergamini to the net, blocked on its way. Surma right there, backhand chip, save, rebound, he scores! And the Titans have 4.
Frank Surma did a little bit of a back skating dance on that one as the puck went in, but I think he deserves that because he really worked well down the slot. He took his first shot, save, second shot, save, and then just kept on moving forward towards the goalie and finally was able to chip it over Turpin's blocker on the short side. So that was kind of a fun goal because it ended up as a goal in the end after all those tries.
So Frank Surma, now we can confirm he's got a goal here tonight. Titans looking for more. Here comes Pierce Davidson over the line, right side, cuts free, tried a shot, gets hit into the boards instead. St. Viator looks to clear it, goes right to Weller. He shoots, that one blocked on its way to the net. Davidson up to Aiden Weller. He'll shoot one, that one blocked by St. Viator's Nazar Yakubiak, number 1, non-goalie.
I like that jersey number.
Yeah, 1. For a skater. You don't see it every day. Here's Sokol. Goes over to Weller. Threw it to the net. Maybe looking for Vergamini down there at the doorstep, but that didn't connect. Titans keep possession. Weller shoots. That one blocked and held on to by Turpin, who in spite of allowing 4 goals less than halfway through the game, has really made some impressive stops tonight. You got to tip your hat. It could easily be 10-0 Titans right now.
You know, I just want to do a shout out to both of these teams, but you know, this is a mismatch, and St. Viator's out here. You know, these kids are skating hard, and they're really, it's a one-sided affair. So
another penalty against GBS. Pierce Davidson will head to the box. Only took 3 trips to the penalty box in the SHL regular season. But the Titans are shorthanded once again. 1 for 1 on the PK in this game, including a shorty. And all shorthanded situations are sponsored by Hannah Vanderplug Trial Attorneys. Ryan Mulvey will send this one all the way down. St. Viator finished the AHL season with 14 power play goals. And in the AHL, they don't track the conversion percentage, but the 14 power play goals does lead the league in most goals. Here's Freemuth shorthanded. That one stopped by Turpin. Only a matter of time before 81 can score a goal here tonight.
Yeah, listen, you know, there's the GBS players are faster skaters, and Freemuth waited at the blue line for his player to get onside, and then he just turned on the jets once he instinctively knew that that player was out of the zone, and was able to get around that defenseman with a high wrist shot, and Turpin making his 38th save. I mean, that was a great save.
Don't forget to -4 on that, John. 34th save.
Sorry.
I do that all the time, don't worry. Stick goes flying out to neutral ice. Titans still shorthanded. Here's Sherwood, finds Vanderplug. He lets go of a shot. Save, rebound, Freemuth. Right there, he got robbed, point blank. .8:20 to go in the second period. And don't forget, John, if we have a 5-goal differential at the end of the second period, they'll skip the Zamboni and do the running clock in the third. Freemuth races ahead. He gets to the puck on a breakaway, scores! Titans' second shorty of the game.
I think I've seen that same move by Connor Bedard today in the Blackhawks game, as he came in and just put a 1-2 deke on Turpin and got it past him on the backhanded side.
Well, I've got news for you. This one's not going to be called back for offside.
No, it's not. And that just might be, I mean, they still had 8 minutes left to go to get their 5th goal or a 5-goal differential. So, you know, the score is what I would expect. As St. Viator is, you know, just, I don't think they're going to be able to do it tonight.
Titans still hungry. McCauley shoots, deflected behind the net. And it is kind of like what you said, John. I mean, Turpin was lights out. I think he wasn't until the Titans' maybe 17th or 18th shot on goal that they got one past him. But a lot of times when a goalie has a really hot start to a game like that and just getting peppered, once that first one goes in, all heck breaks loose.
Yeah, with seeing St. Viator for the very first time this year, I would have to imagine that this is the most shots that he has faced, the most work that he has had.
Scarcella, save made by Kamens, flashy one with the glove. And he'll hang on for another stoppage. Don't forget that running clock only applies in the third period, so we'll stop time with 7:25 to go in the second.
Yeah, as the game progresses, and I'm sure Kamens is thinking, all right, you know, what can I throw up there for a personal goal here? Let me throw, you know, maybe throw a shutout out. I'm not somebody who holds that back, you know, and that save right there just made me think that he wants to preserve that. Would love to have a goose egg by the end of the night.
Absolutely. Eli Kamens with just one shutout in the SHL regular season. And this one stopped. It was against the Fenwick Friars when the Titans won 6-0 at the Glenview Ice Center. That was home opener back in October. Now we're here at the Glenview Ice Center, and you know, it looks like the Titans are going to win this one. So when they play Carmel in the next round, that will be a big last game for two reasons. It'll be the last home game of the season here at Glenview Ice Center, and it will also be the last broadcast on the South Hockey Network as the SHL network takes over for the quarterfinals and onward. So,
well, Dylan, your organization and that organization are just the best. And whoever's doing them, it's just a real quality show. So can't wait to hear all of those broadcasts.
That's going to be a penalty as Waltuck, their captain, runs into Frank Surma. It'll be an elbowing call. And Zach Waltuck to the box. Titans will be on the power play for the first time here this evening. All power play sponsored by RSM. Here on the South Hockey Network. Boy, the Titan power play led the league in the regular season, 35.6% conversion rate, 0 for 9 against the St. Ignatius Wolfpack in that 3-game series.
Well, that's the first bit of frustration I've seen out of St. Viator tonight, which I was surprised at. If you looked at the scoreboard, you would say that, what have they got left but, to unleash some of that frustration. So, yeah, he hit that GBS player pretty high, and that might have been his first sign of frustration.
McCauley off the post. Oh, man. I had to look at the referee to make sure that didn't go in and out that quickly.
That shot was like the NHL. It went there and back so fast.
Now Zach Freemuth behind the goal line. Freemuth comes up high with it, leaves it. McCauley gets it back to Freemuth. Zach Freemuth right circle. Top of it, now to Wyatt Sherwood, down to McCauley, another penalty coming up, and they score. It's Ryan Mulvey in the blue paint, got the rebound, and the Titans with a power play goal. It's 6.
Well, GBS never stopped moving that puck, and once that referee put his hand up, they just kept on peppering him, and they took a shot from the near corner, and Turpin made his 44th save, but a big, fat, juicy rebound ended up right down in the paint, and Mulvey just threw it in high into an empty net. And the St. Viator player comes back out. GBS makes short order of that power play goal, so they got a shorty and a power play goal tonight.
And you know what? The Titans are going to be on the power play again, as there was a delayed call on that power play, but you would think that the goal nullifies it. Maybe if it's already a power play that you still have the initial call. So the Titans right back to the man advantage, looking to go 2 for 2 as that shot by Ventura into the glove. And of course, all power plays on the South Hockey Network brought to you by RSM.
Yeah, that is interesting, Dylan, that the St. Viator player is in the box.
Maybe there was something else after the whistle, I'm not sure, but I would have thought that the goal would have nullified that, but
it certainly wasn't a misconduct.
Titans will take a power play. Here's Vanderploeg to the net, save made. They fight for the rebound, it comes free, but not before a whistle. Nick Ventura puts it into an open net after the whistle. That won't count.
Well, I'm glad that play happened at a 6-0 in a 6-0 game, because Stevens was trying to pull that puck out of that goalie's mitts, and as soon as he got it out, the whistle blew a second late. So it was just a pretty late whistle.
Back to the face-off circle. Nick Ventura sends it up. Asher Vanderploeg, left side, Tutsius. Got it down to the left circle. Stevens back up to Alex Tutsius. Now Asher Vanderploeg. Glenview Stars logo, tries a shot, save made, rebound! And what a stop made by Calder Turpin, robbing A.J. Kulikowski.
Wow, Turpin keeps his head in the game, makes his 48th save of the night, close in with the fast glove. If we saw a highlight from the reverse angle, that would have been just a real beauty. As he got that glove out, it stopped him from putting it into an open net.
Another face-off win for GBS. Marty McCauley, still a minute to go on the power play. Got it to Freemuth, back to McCauley. Sherwood scores! He's got a shorty and a PPG tonight, and it's a touchdown for the Titans.
Wow, what a great shot. He really worked that. Sherwood worked that perfectly because he used the St. Viator defenseman as the perfect screen. We had a great angle as we saw that puck leave his stick, go past the defenseman, and just sail into the upper left-hand corner, beating Turpin on the far block, on the near blocker side. So didn't have much chance at that one because of the quality of the shot.
Titans one shot away from 50 with plenty of time to go in the second period. Monaghan to Pajerski. Swap the 2 and 9 on the jersey for that pass. And Aiden Weller sends it down. And we're gonna have a penalty as the trailing ref with the arm in the air. I'm not sure what this call is gonna be. Interference against the Titans.
Maybe Pajerski not getting frustrated. There's nothing to be frustrated about in a 7-0 game. But it looks like Pajerski is gonna hit the box. Maybe interference, something behind the play.
Dylan Ward and John Ward with you here on the South Hockey Network. As the Titans cruising here at home in their first game of the AHAI State Tournament here in 2024. Looking for 5 straight wins, 4 straight wins to get to the United Center, and 5 to win a state championship. Looks like they're on their way with the first one in the making here tonight. All power plays, or I should say penalty kills for the Titans, sponsored by Hannah Vanderploeg Trial Attorneys. GBS 2 for 2 on the kill with 2 shorthanded goals. McCauley out to Freemuth. This one sent down. Zach Freemuth finds McCauley. He shoots and scores! And it's 3 shorthanded goals here tonight for the Glenbrook South Titans.
Wow, what a shot. I continue to be impressed, not only with that pass from Freemuth, but, McCauley just kind of coming in and, I do think that he's the best skater on this GBS team, and he just kind of let that left foot just drag along the ice, and he just ripped that one into the upper right-hand corner of the net. So we've now reached an 8-0 deficit, 50 shots on goal for the GBS Titans. Quite impressive.
Titans season high is 10. They did it once against the Carmel Catholic Corsairs. My colleague Luke Jordan was on the play-by-play mic for that one, as I was extremely sick that night. I know he tunes into some games. Wouldn't be surprised if he's not here for this 8-0 game. But shout out to you, Luke. Icing waved, or no, sorry. Titans are still shorthanded. Yeah. Forgot about that. Hardy, now to Dickman. Offsides for the Lions, and that'll bring the face-off out to neutral ice.
It's interesting, Dylan. You look at this game, and I'm wondering if Jim Philbin is saying, is this really the first game that I need here as we start this playoff run? Do we need a tougher test? I don't want to be disparaging against St. Viator, but it's hard to not look at the numbers and say, that this is a blowout, and is my team going to be ready for a tougher opponent come that second game?
Keep in mind the Titans just played 3 competitive, hard-hitting, intense games with the St. Ignatius Wolfpack in that SHL quarterfinals. And now they have this 9-day layoff between games. And, maybe this is one that Jim Philbin said, just keep letting it rip, boys. As Davidson does that twice, both shots were stopped. And that'll stop the clock again. And, just to get these guys' confidence back, I mean, the Titans losing in that, opening round is kind of a big deal. I mean, they hadn't gotten eliminated at that stage since 2020 in the SHL, and they've been at least in the semifinals, and that, it's a tough loss here at home for game 3, 6-1. I mean, you're right. You don't, all of a sudden you go to not playing games in over a week, and then you come in here and play this game, and they're going to go play Carmel in the next round, which is another team that they had a really easy time with. Sokol, and what a save made by the underside of Turpin's pad. But Carmel, they beat 6-2, 10-1, and 7-3 in their 3 meetings this season. So another easier opponent on paper, but Carmel Catholic is an SHL team who plays other SHL teams night in and night out. And anything can happen in that league on any given night. Here comes Bear. He takes a shot. Kicked out of there by the right pads of Kamens. Now Adam Sokol. Got it to Asher Vanderploeg. Vanderploeg looking to dangle around Lee. Puck taken away by Bear. And this one sent all the way down by the Lions.
Yeah, if you think about, Dylan, all the things that happened during the game, the GBS Titans have not had to defend any kind of a central middle zone game. They certainly haven't had to defend any defensive zones. As like I said before, I haven't seen St. Viator put up maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 offensive passes inside the GBS blue line. So you want your players to know what that feels like, and maybe not even have that absent for a game. You got to be making some of those plays to keep sharp.
Ooh, big hit down in the corner. Pajurski going to go to the box as a result.
Well, if he didn't earn that last penalty, he might have just earned this one. It was a timing play, but he really put his shoulder in. He might have he definitely caught that same Viator player off guard and put him on his butt. And the ref was right there, and I don't really know how he couldn't have called that penalty. So it was a crunching hit. Baboom.
So another penalty kill for the Titans. 3 for 3 with 3 shorthanded goals. Glenbrook South here in this game. All penalty kills sponsored by Anna Vanderploeg Trial Attorneys. As the Titans win the face-off back behind Cayman's net. Now to neutral ice, Barbie. Tipped out. Tutsius actually goes right to Nick Ventura. Ventura through neutral ice finds Freemuth, but in his skates. And Koenig intercepted by McCauley. Barbie now picks it up. McCauley pokes it off of his stick. Here comes Marty McCauley for the hat trick. Instead, Nick Ventura. Now McCauley gets it back, shoots, and a save made. And a whistle as Turpin holds onto it. Attacking zone faceoff for the Titans, looking for their 4th shorty of the game.
I think, obviously, when I talk about this team, thinking about Freeman, McCauley, some of these high talent players that are on this team, McCauley's really been able to do whatever he wants with his skates tonight. And he's showing how talented of a skater he is. He's putting on some really cool moves, and he can tonight. He can take advantage of that a little bit when he's matched up with these other St. Viator skaters.
And John, if you're kind of a casual hockey fan and you're not dialed into where players are at any given moment on the ice, you'd probably think McCauley was a forward. He's a defenseman. Unbelievable skating ability for number 24, and no Zamboni. They'll meet at the benches just as they would between the first and the second period, talk things over, and the third will begin with a running clock.
Well, Dylan, McCauley is one of the most offensive defensemen I've ever seen in this league. He's somebody who on the power play is, I think, the kind of quarterback with Freeman, that might be an argument there. But McCauley really controls that blue line and is able to steer that puck around and enable GBS to get some really quality chances no matter who they're playing. But tonight he's kind of, his skating ability is kind of separating him from the St. Viator team. And this is, I believe, the first time that I've ever called a game with you, Dylan, where we haven't had a Zamboni come out on the ice. So it's kind of a new one on me. But if you look up at the scoreboard, 54 shots for GBS, 12 for St. Viator. GBS has an 8-0 lead. Got 17 minutes on the clock, and I think you said that that's a running clock now.
Yep.
And GBS has a man in the box, so they'll still be on the power play, but they've already scored one short-handed goal tonight. So, and they're standing out on the ice ready to go. The conversation's a little longer for St. Viator at their bench, as how do you motivate your players? How do you make them feel like coming out and playing this third period, being down 8 goals?
So for St. Viator, again, the Titans lost the regular season series against St. Viator's main varsity team, their SHL team. And, keep in mind, you can see on your scoreboard V2, this is St. Viator's second team going against GBS's number 1 team, who finished number 3 in the SHL and the state. And, for the Lions, this is going to be a season ender here. So I'm not sure. Sometimes you get some seniors on those varsity 2 teams. I'm not sure if there's any seniors on the ice right now, but we've got 17 real-life minutes left with the running clock.
And here we go.
Here's Vander Plug, puck taken away by Barbie. Titans lead 8-0 here at the Glenview Ice Center. Cesario steals, dumped into the zone. Barbie, pressure coming from Sokol. Now the puck out to neutral ice. Here comes Koenig over the line. Koenig gets it deep. Below the goal line, Vander Plug. And Adam Sokol. Vander Plug shoots from neutral ice. Save made by Turpin. Now Barbie with a shot. This one deflects wide, and behind the net it goes. Ryan Mulvey will dump it down. Titans with 8 goals tonight from 6 unique skaters. Blake Hoffer, Marty McCauley, Wyatt Sherwood, Frank Surma, Zach Freemuth. Blake Hoffer, Wyatt Sherwood, and Marty McCauley in that order. So pardon me, Blake also has 2 goals.
Right, we got a couple hat trick watches tonight.
Yeah, Marty McCauley, Blake Hoffer, and Wyatt Sherwood. Now Surma over the line, takes a shot, deflects way high and off to the corner. Surma gets it low. And you can almost feel like the Titans have turned down the heat a little bit here in the third period with the running clock. Hoffer, now Davidson. Pierce Davidson. Can't quite hold the line, but the puck never entered the zone, so it won't be called. This one dumped down. It's glass. Picked up by St. Viator. They'll get it out of the zone. Hoffer goes to Vergamini, out to Sherwood. Wyatt Sherwood finds Freemuth waiting in neutral ice. Puck deflects off of his stick. He'll have to chase it in. Got to it. Sends it up to Weller. Aiden Weller, who scored a goal in that quarterfinal series against St. Ignatius in Game 1. Weller, his shot deflected down to the corner. Blake Hoffer. And a penalty coming up against the Titans. Right down in that corner.
Sherwood got cross-checked right in the slot, and the ref did not call it. And so Sherwood just turned around and skated right back to the player who dumped him and dumped that player. So he's going to get a retaliatory penalty here. This time the ref caught it. So back to the penalty kill for GBS. And just like you said, Dylan, I think there was a memo sent out where, you know, the intensity has quieted down a little bit for GBS. You might see some pucks being thrown down the ice like a normal penalty kill now, instead of being offensive-minded, even if you're shorthanded.
Well, guess what? This shorthanded situation is going to be only a minute 45 seconds as they put the penalty up, and of course with the running clock, before they dropped the puck, there was already 15 seconds off the penalty clock.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Titans penalty kill sponsored by Hannah Vanderploeg Trial Attorneys. Will Stevens bidding for his second straight game with a goal. Stopped by Turpin. That clock keeps ticking. 8-0 Glenbrook South Titans.
Now you do see, just as far as the crowd is concerned, you do see several of the St. Viator fans kind of picking up and leaving, maybe calling this one a night.
Tutsius. And you know, John, every team that's going to make the playoffs, their season's going to end with a loss. There's not really any other way to draw it up. But it really is tough when you've got a mismatch like this in St. Viator. I mean, for these guys that played on this team all season, it's just a tough draw to come in here and be down 8-0 in their last period of the season.
Yeah, that was just their 13th shot on net tonight versus 57 for GBS. So, you know, they're going to have a tough one to think about, but
a lot of these guys bidding for a spot on the SHL team next year. Will Stevens takes a shot. Save is made. And the rebound picked up. Long pass out to Shawara. He's got a breakaway, their leading scorer. And Eli Kamens makes the stop, keeping the 0 on the board.
Wow, that was a breakaway goal by their highest point getter
Certainly
for the
wasn't
season.
A goal.
And what a stop by Kamens to preserve the goose egg.
Now here comes Shawara again. He'll try a shot, deflected wide by Tutsius. Titans' next shot on target will be number 60. As the most shots they had in an SHL game was 51 all season long. Dylan Monaghan. Behind the net, Monaghan. Centered it, Cesario right there, but he couldn't get his stick to it cleanly. As they'll blow the whistle after some contact in the blue paint. Oh, the goalie's mask, I think the strap came loose.
Well, I thought the referee was going to call a penalty as he pointed to the GBS player, but I think he was just pointing to the GBS player, Cesario, who moved the net accidentally.
Macaulay, Hoffer, and Sherwood with 2 apiece. Freemuth and Surma with 1 apiece. The Titans up 8-0 on the St. Viator Lions. They have eclipsed 60 shots.
Yeah, I don't know what those offensive and defensive players will say to Turpin as they exit this game besides, well, I don't know what happened there, but you were great.
Monaghan touched it. Ryan Mulvey shot it. Save made. Rebound right there. Titans trying to poke it in. Cesario, his shot on goal wouldn't go. And another save is made by Turpin. 54 saves for number 39 in white.
It may be a little ironic talking about Turpin the way we're talking about him, but you know, 54 saves, he's losing 8-0, but you know, he's man, has he worked tonight, you know, especially down close where he's like 2 or 3 shots are at him all in like about 2 seconds time.
Really did a good job of keeping the game scoreless for as long as he did. Titans didn't find the back of the net until 5:51 to go in the first. And the floodgates just sort of started opening up. And the Titans up 8-0 has not scored a goal in this period yet. Led 2-0 after one. Found 6 goals in the second. We're going to get a penalty here as a man's hit into the Titan bench area. And by the way, they do stop the clock for penalties just to put the penalty up on the board. But once it's on the board, they'll run the clock again.
Yeah, that looked like a little close as GBS hit that St. Viator player from the back-ish, right? And then I think it looked a little worse than it was just because another GBS player was right there, and it looked like they were sandwiching him against the boards, a little slap shot style with the Hanson brothers, but it wasn't really like that.
Glenbrook South going to be short-handed again here. 5 for 5 on the PK. And all penalty kills sponsored by Anna Vanderploeg Trial Attorneys. 3 short-handed goals in this game. 1 for Sherwood, 1 for Fremont, 1 for McCauley. St. Viator with their 14 power play goals, the most out of any team in the AHL regular season. Kukala, right circle shot, save made by Kamens, number 15.
Well, that was interesting, Dylan, because that little turn of events there, St. Viator on the power play, they actually put together about 5 or 6 connected passes in a row, which I haven't seen the entire game. That's why they haven't been a threat. That's why they only have 15 shots on net. But, you know, they kind of made it look like they can do it. And that was their first big offensive threat, I guess.
Penalty coming. Near side, Nick Ventura looks like he's going to be sent to the box.
It might be just,
or pardon me, maybe Scarcella.
Yeah, Scarcella is the only one. He looked a little frustrated at that call. Wouldn't have been that frustrated looking if they were both going to go. Just him, though.
He led this team in penalty minutes in AHL play. So it's going to be 4-on-4, but that clock is already rolling on the 4-on-4, so 30 seconds of real time left. And then the Titans will go to the power play. Titans will win the face-off. Aiden Weller, Nick Ventura, centered it, and Stevens. Boy, he had a wide open net. That would have been second straight game with a goal, but 77 unable to bury that. Into the zone comes Hardy. He'll take a shot. Eli Kamens makes save number 16. He'll hang on for a D-zone face-off. And as that clock runs, the penalty is over against Glenbrook South. And it'll be a power play for the Titans.
Yeah, well, that play was, GBS player was as wide open as if he was the only one on the ice. So unfortunate that didn't go in. I think the only thing we got left here is maybe preserving a shutout, maybe getting a hat trick here.
Yeah, 3 guys eligible. Blake Hoffer, Wyatt Sherwood, and Marty McCauley all with 2 goals tonight. Here comes Kulikowski. He's got a partial breakaway. AJ Kulikowski draws a penalty. Puck is right there. Stevens chips it behind the net. That could be a penalty shot. Puck pinned up against the end boards, and that'll draw a whistle from the ref. No penalty shot.
Just a hold.
Holding is the call. The Titans back to the power play again. RSM sponsors all power plays. It's GBS with 2 power play goals in this game. With the running clock, that 10-second power play that they have right now will likely drip away, so they'll be 2 for 3 on the man advantage in this game. As the face-off goes to the Titans. Ryan Mulvey, Marty McCauley for the hat trick. His shot is blocked. McCauley gets it back. Will Stevens shoots, and a save made by Turpin. He hangs on.
Yeah, good stop by Turpin again. He just, because that was kind of a sneaky shot by Stevens from the near face-off dot. It almost looked like he was going to put that out to the slot area where he had a couple GBS players there, but he snuck a shot in, and Turpin never took his eyes off the puck.
Ryan Mulvey can't keep it in the zone. Taken by Nick Ventura. He'll backhand it to McCauley. Marty McCauley, near side circle, takes a shot. That one rolls high. Titans looking for their first goal of the period. Will Stevens, big rebound. Marty McCauley down to Nick Ventura, tapped it to the slot. He gets it back. Nick Ventura, Marty McCauley, and a glove save, a sweet one too by Turpin.
His 66th stop of the game.
Minus eight.
Excuse me, 66th look at a shot coming at him.
Charlie Zabel comes into the game, drawing some applause from the Titan fans as he'll relieve Eli Kamens, who made all 16 saves, and they'll look for the combined donut.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's kind of fun. He came off the bench and was throwing his hands up in the air to get his fans riled up.
Marty McCauley, another Titan face-off win, goes to Ryan Mulvey. Mulvey down to Pajerski. Benji Pajerski, Marty McCauley. Ryan Mulvey now. Mulvey to the net, tipped on its way, and stopped by the pad. 4 minutes to go. Cesario. Below the goal line, Jonathan Cesario. He's had a couple of good chances tonight. He might have another. Swiped out of the harm's way by the goaltender Turpin. Now Ryan Mulvey's got it. Right point, shot it. Deflected wide, off to the corner. Benji Pajerski picks up a loose puck. Pajerski looks for a shot. Centered it in. Right on net by Cesario. But stopped by the pads. Another good chance for number 42. McCauley shoots, that one blocked. Koenig will look to clear it out. Shawara has to beat McCauley, and that's an easy reach of the stick by Marty, preventing a breakaway. Given up, Shawara takes a shot. Save made by Zabel. Drawing some applause from the Titans fans here at the rink. Now McCauley to Pajerski. Backhand back to the slot. Taken away by the Lions once again. Nicholas Koenig. Puck deflected high up off the glass. Aiden Weller. And out to neutral ice. Now here's Surma. Frank Surma in his own zone. He'll skate through neutral ice. Come over the line, dangle around one. Takes a shot half-heartedly. It goes wide of the net. 2:10 to go here in regulation time. Matthew Bergamini takes a shot, deflects high, goes down to the near side, where Adam Sokol will grab it. Sokol behind the goal line, centered it, and the save made by Turpin. Clock stops, or pardon me, play stops, but not the clock. Titans with 68 shots.
Dylan, watch out for the end of this game to get a little bit chippy. I'm already seeing it. Koenig really dumped Cesario in the corner. It was a clean check. Cesario just had his back to the boards, but he lost his balance, so it looked a lot worse than it was. But I am seeing St. Viator finishing checks.
Bergamini got it to Sokol, save, rebound Davidson. Puck hopped over his stick.
Finishing checks much later than they had been all game. So they might be saying that's the only thing I've got left to do here is to put a body check on somebody. So let's just watch this. I hope the game ends cleaner than it might.
Adam Sokol retreats out of the zone. So the Titans are on their way back to the AHAI state playoffs, Sweet 16. Unlike previous years, they used to start at the edge for the Sweet 16 and onward. Benji Pajerski nearly poked this one ahead for a breakaway, but this season, Sweet 16 is at home ice of the higher seeded team, so the Titans will be hosting the Carmel Catholic Corsairs next week right here at the Glenview Ice Center. Date and time for that game is to be determined. Make sure you follow the Titans hockey team on all social media, Instagram, Facebook, X, you name it, for the latest updates. Charlie Zabel makes the stop. That might do it. And the Titans look like they're getting ready to come off the bench. And there they come. This game's over. 8-0. A shutout. Eli Kamens with 16 stops. Zabel comes in for the last 5 minutes. Adds 2 to the combined goose egg on the scoreboard. Titans outshoot St. Viator 69-18 and win 8-0.
Dylan, I look at the St. Viator bench coming off and really going to their goaltender Turpin. He comes to the front of the line for this shaking of the hands kind of tradition, and I'm sure he's going to get some nice words. He just got nice words from his own team. He's going to get some nice words from GBS as he put up a valiant effort.
So St. Viator Varsity 2, their season comes to an end. Eliminated first round of both the AHL playoffs and the AHAI state playoffs. The Titans are moving on here in the state tournament. 3 wins left to the United Center, 4 wins left for a state championship. Their next opponent, the Carmel Catholic Corsairs here at home.
Yeah, I think from the coach's perspective for GBS, they got to go back and say, okay, are we, I got to get this team ready for, an opponent that, is going to be a little bit more offensive minded. So they got a kind of a freebie tonight, and we'll see who that next opponent ends up being. But they better Carmel. Okay, so they already know that.
Right.
So
they won this afternoon.
Oh, sorry about that. So they're going to have to do some homework and kind of figure out what kind of game they need to put on the ice, because it's certainly going to have to be different than tonight.
Well, Carmel Catholic, one of the 3 non-SHL playoff teams. If the Titans win that game, they'll play the winner of Deerfield versus St. Ignatius. So it starts getting difficult real quickly here in the state playoffs after, like you said, kind of a gimme win here in the round of 32. That's going to do it for our broadcast. Brad Cesario keeping score, Gerard Boris behind that camera. John Ward, any final thoughts?
This
is our last varsity game together.
Yeah, this is the last varsity game together, Dylan, and so once again, I just appreciate you asking me to do this. It's a different thing for a father to call a game with his son than a son to call a game with his father. So I appreciate it. It's so well spent, and so just a shout out to you and all the things that you do for this community and for this team.
Absolutely. Love being here, working for this team, and one more broadcast on the South Hockey Network before the SHL Network takes over. It's been a pleasure spending Saturday night with you here in Glenview. One more time, the final. St. Viator Varsity 2, 0. Glenbrook South Titans 8. Dylan Ward signing off.